Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Wednesday, September 25th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out to give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily or weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can, and of course you guys are awesome, the great comments and tips which I greatly appreciated. Okay, I did re-roll one here. It was kill mutated enemies. I got this one here instead. It just happened to get an epic one, kill Cryptid with a melee weapon 1. I haven't really seen this one pop up for quite some time, so that's pretty cool. And of course, I have been asked a question in the past, is how do you, every time you reroll, do you get an epic? And I said, well, I guess it's really random, right? That's my answer to that, because sometimes we reroll these guys, and sometimes we just get regular ones, and other times we get epic ones. If you happen to get an epic one, you try to do it the best that you can, because you do get extra score for it, so that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's take a look here and see what we're going to take a look at here today. Scrap junk to produce ceramic 5. So we can find ceramic all around the wasteland. Complete this daily challenge. You can do it the fastest, quickest, easiest way, because ceramic is a junk item that we can bulk and scrap. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, our Tinker's Workbench. Let's go ahead and go craft. Go on to bulk. That bulk ceramic right here. As long as you have 15 ceramic scrap and 2 plastic in your stash or scrap box, this method will work for you. All you do is you bulk 1 ceramic and then you scrap it. Simple as that. It's nice, quick, and easy. Hands down the fastest way to do it. And the bulk and scrap method definitely works. I've been showing people lately where you can find some of this junk items, to realize not everyone's going to have everything on them. It's always good to kind of go around the wasteland, because we can use ceramic for other things as well. Now, ceramic in the form of plates and lampshades and stuff like that. And basically what we're going to go after today are garden gnomes. So we can find garden gnomes in a couple of really good spots. We can have a nice little stash right over here, right behind the old General Steakhouse. You find quite a few garden gnomes right up here in Monongah, but they're kind of spread out. And there's a pretty good patch right over here in Huntersville, right? We do have a free fast travel once when you discover right here at Foundation. We're just gonna make our way to Huntersville. If you do come across plates, teapots, regular ones, the house teapots, you know, cups, coffee cups, yeah, a lot of them will just have ceramic in them, so that's pretty, you know, find ceramic is very easy to do. Alright, let's go ahead. We're going to just kind of sneak by here, this guy. Right, now you're going to make your way up here. Sometimes there is a mutant hound in here, so just be on the watch for that. Right? So we do have these little flower pots here as well. As you can see, the flower pot, 1 ceramic. Okay, so we got you know, a couple of them here. We also have a nice little spot here for garden gnomes. So I do have a couple videos showing you some great spots for garden gnomes when we get those particular daily challenges. So let's check that one out. Blue garden gnomes, you can see there. It's ceramic there as well as some concrete. It's pretty cool. Alright. Let's go ahead. We're gonna grab some guys here. Nice little spot, you know, it's pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and we're gonna grab these flower pots here. Right on. Now we can go to any workbench at all. Go to our own map. We can go to a train station. We can go to another player's camp, what have you. We're just going to head back to our camp, just make it a little bit easier. Again, it's up to you, however way you want to play your game. Definitely nothing wrong with it. Ceramic is very, very easy to get in the game, almost as easy as getting wood. Let's head up here. Again, you can scrap this at any workbench at all. Just go ahead and scrap this stuff. You can see the ceramic that we are getting in the middle when we scrap this stuff. There we go, scrap trying to produce ceramic, 5 for 5 done. And again, if you want to do it the faster, quicker, easiest way by the bulk and scrap method, that is definitely the way to do it as well. Depends on how much time you have at the end of the day, right? What's next here? What is next? Okay, go ahead and collect a burnt book 3. Seems like we just had this one the other day. There are some good spots we could find burnt books around the wasteland. Now there are 2 spots that are a little bit more, that have more of them. We do have Helvetia right here. We do have the white house on the corner just across from the yellow house. And if you go upstairs, there's a couple of bookshelves there with some burnt books in it. Probably hands down the best spot for burnt books is, of course, Summersville. Once when you spawn in, we have that house on the right-hand side. It used to be full of Mirelurks at the time, for those of you who remember. But now there's only about 3 or 4 weakened ghouls there, but there's all kinds of burnt books there. It's actually a spot where people go to reset their game by picking up 250 or 255 items. Now we were there just the other day, and there's all kinds of burnt books there. We're actually going to go to Helvetia this time just because I talked about it, and we're just going to check this place out just so you guys have an extra option instead of just going to do the same places all the time. It was good to kind of mix it up. I realize some of you do not have Fallout First and don't have private servers, so it's always good to have options, right? So you spawn in here. Now there's going to be some scorched around, but that's fine. So this is the yellow house, you know, we talk about here in the corner. The one that has the big pile of wood in the back of it here. And we do have the, I call it a white house, I guess. It's kind of like a moldy looking house, but just make your way up to the 2nd floor. You just walk up the stairs, it's fine. You don't have to have a jetpack to get up here, okay? Alright, so these are the bookshelves I talk about. Now, of course, it doesn't have as much as the spot in Somerville's does, but we do have a couple of options here. Just like that. We get 1, 2, we get picked up 3, 4, 5, 6. As I said, you know, there are a couple around. Just a nice little spot that, you know, a lot of people kind of forget about, but it's always good to have options, as I mentioned. All right. Here, syringe your ammo. Oh, let's get some aluminum scrap. I need some aluminum. Aluminum. What's next? Let's go ahead. Like Deathclaw eggs 1. So of course I do have lots of videos where we can find Deathclaw eggs. Now, the last time, if you guys remember, we were at Deathclaw Island taking care of that Deathclaw there. We actually found 2 eggs, and I've been playing this game since its release. Okay, and that is the first time I've ever seen 2 Deathclaw eggs in there. And even one person had mentioned, I forget who it was, they had found 3 the other day as well. And I was like totally shocked, because there's been times I've gone to Deathclaw Island and not even find 1 egg for like a long time. The Deathclaw always shows up, but the eggs, really hard to find there, but couldn't believe what I saw there that day. Now we do have the Abandoned Waste Dump as well. So Abandoned Waste Dump is probably your best bet, especially if you're higher level. It's fine. There's at least 5 Deathclaw nests here in this location, and you know, you just up your chances, increases your chances if you come here instead of the Deathclaw Island. Now you can get yourself a Deathclaw egg if you have completed the Skyline Valley quest line. We have access to the Dark Hollow Manor. So let's pop down here today. We're just going to go to the Atrium upper level now. Where of course the trading post, once you discover, is a free fast travel for those of you who don't like to waste your caps. Just an FYI. Of course, as I mentioned, you only have access to this if you have completed the, or at least started to complete the quest line for the Skyline Valley region when it first came out. But we're going to take a left here. We're we're going to head right down to security. Pretty sure you can find burnt books here too, but they're all kind of spread up. I haven't really, I have explored the area, but sometimes I've forgotten some of the things I've found. I'd have to go back. This is security right here. Of course, there's our Deathclaw egg right here. Of course, we can pick that bad boy up. Just take it, don't eat it. There we go. Click Deathclaw egg, 1 for 1, done. Hands down. Probably one of the best ways to get a Deathclaw egg. Now, if you do come here and you're on a server with other people, there is a good chance that it could be already gone, so you may have to server hop a couple times, but eventually it'll get on a server and it'll show up for you, okay? Also, just an FYI, pretty good spot. It's really, you know, you're just like, oh, I could pick that up, because, you know, as we now know, with the Skyline Valley region, there's a lot of stuff we can't even, you know, interact with, like these books here, right? Or just for an example. Okay, let's take a look here. I don't know if we can pick that up. Yeah, we can. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and talk about eat a cake, pie, or candy 10. So I do have a lot of older videos about this one here. So cake, pie, and candy. Let's go ahead and take a look at the old grocery bag here just to give you guys examples. Okay, and then we're going to head and look for some stuff here. Alright, so eat a cake, pie, or candy. We have these cotton candy bites, and we can find these up around the pumpkin house. Fancy lad snack cakes and even funnel cake we can find in around Tyler County Fairgrounds and the Camden Park areas. Gumdrops, we can find some gumdrops usually up by the pumpkin house as well. Halloween candy, if you completed the event Monster Mash down at Patoga High School, sometimes it pops up. Now that is a higher level event. Recommend if you form a little party, a little team, and all go there. It's really good. You get a lot of Halloween candy, lots of it. We have the Nuka-Cola candy. So the Nuka-Cola candy is from the red candy machine we got way back in season 11 scoreboard. Same with this Nuka-Cola Quantum candy. That is the blue-purple candy machine we got on the season 11 scoreboard.
The new animals up there.
Popcorn, if you have the OG popcorn machine from the previous scoreboard, or there's a yellow Hollywood version that we could buy in the Atomic Shop when it's in there. It's not in there right now, but sometimes the Hollywood version is in there, and popcorn is also considered eat a cake, pie, or candy. Let's keep going here. Sugar bombs. Of course, I made a video on sugar bombs just about a month ago. You can check that video out if you so wish. We have all kinds of options here, and we do have this fancy lad snack cake, so this is a spawn point for this. All right, so just an FYI. Let's go ahead. We're going to eat that bad boy. There we go. Nice. All right, let's go after a spot where we can find some free pie, and of course a free fast travel Nuka World on tour. Let's pop over here. Now, of course, those of you who like to kind of explore and take your time, of course, we can find this stuff all over the wasteland. That's why I try to give you guys as many options as possible. Once when you spawn here, Nuka World on tour, we're actually going to head up the hill towards Lewisburg, which is to the east. And when we first come from Lewisburg down the hill, we do have this little kiosk here, and it has carnival pie, and there's 3 of them right here. So you go ahead and eat those bad boys. Now, if you do come here and the carnival pie is not here, that means somebody else had already eaten it, and you can just server hop if you so wish. So that gives you a great option as well. All right, so let's pop up to the pumpkin house, because we had talked about that a couple times here. Pumpkin house is right up here. Of course, the closest free fast travel once when you discover it is Fort Atlas. Up over to the pumpkin house. Alright, so this is where sometimes the cotton candy bites are, and they're actually inside this little cauldron here. That's pretty good. We have bubble gum in there as well. Wait for that to catch up there. So you saw bubble gum also counts. So Another thing counts as that is perk bubblegum. When you open up perk card packs, which I don't have any right now, but when you open up a perk card pack, you get free perk bubblegum. And that's one of the reasons why I always mention to people, hang on to your perk bubblegum. Don't drop it. Don't sell it. At least have, you know, about a dozen or so pieces in your stash box or even on you. Because for these daily, weekly challenges, the perk bubblegum is free. Okay? Comes in strawberry, cola, grape, watermelon, whatever, what have you. Okay? And this is the only other place that I know of that we can find bubblegum just as is, like no flavor, just kind of here in this cauldron. I'm going to go right inside here. If it'll let us, there we go. And sometimes there are some, there we go, we have some more bubblegum here as well. We have another Fancy Lad snack cakes, nice. Wait for that to catch up here. Good stuff. And we have 2 pumpkin pies, and again, these are 2 spawn points. Every time I come here, these are here. There has been times we have come here and only 1 has showed up. Depends on the server that you're on, but these are spawn points for pumpkin pie. There you go, just like that. And of course, here's a pumpkin pie recipe for you. If you can learn it, or you can pick it up and sell it to folks if you so wish. But yeah, you can, you know, craft your own pie. And of course, those candy machines, as I mentioned earlier, those candy machines we got back in Season 11, those are all camp resources, as well as the popcorn machine. And you can even do this without even leaving your camp, right? But today I just kind of wanted to show you some good spots that you can go to pick this stuff up. And again, we do have Tyler County Fairgrounds right up here, the Fancy Lad snack cakes and funnel cake. And down here, Camden Park, same kind of deal, in around that Raider area, right? Many options as I can do. What's next here? Alright, now we're kind of running around all over the map here, but that's fine there. It's just the point of doing these here as I kind of go through them with you guys. Let's go ahead. We're going to complete an event 1. So take a look at the description. There is a link to a video that I made quite some time ago. It's called a complete event for newbies, but 1 hour 6 minutes long. It is all time-stamped. The vast majority of the events I spawn in by myself on a private server. Now you can spawn in events on public ones. The only thing that makes it hard is that you don't know when it was spawned in last, so there is a cooldown associated with that. But you guys have seen me spawn in events on public servers with other people many times. Okay, so it can definitely work. Alright, so we can do it that way. And if you're having problems trying to find events you can do, you can check out that video if you so wish. We do a dog would die off, which is always there for some reason. It's this one down here, Enclave event. So actually, let's go ahead and we're going to do a nice easy event here. Let's pop down here to good old Mount Blair train yard. We're going to see if we can spawn in BattleBot. I know it seems to be in a higher level area, and some of you might say, hey, I'm too low of a level to be doing that, but I was down here with my lower level character, didn't have any issues.
Unauthorized presence detected near Mount Blair train yard. Rioting will not be tolerated.
All we do is take care of this guy, get him in the fusion core.
Security units on site.
This guy.
Authorized personnel are advised to immediately leave the area.
Now make sure you take the bunker card.
This will be your only warning.
Yeah, these big boys here, just get them in the fusion cores. We have one more guy up here, Mr. Gutsy. Alright, make sure you take the bunker card as well. So now you have the 2 bunker cards. All you do is you come down here. Now this is kind of been a glitch since first day. As soon as you do these events, what's supposed to happen is these doors are supposed to be closed. Okay, but even though they stay open now, you can't even carry on. You still have to go through the process of swiping the 2 cards. Okay. Now what I recommend is you just walk. You don't run. Might have to take you about 2 or 3 times to do it, but once when you do it once, you'll be like, okay, that's easy. Basically, you just activate. You just walk to the other side. You get here, you just spam the button because it is time sensitive. You only have about 3 or 4 seconds, right? And then these doors are supposed to swing open. Here is the master shutdown. Nice, easy, complete an event. There's all kinds of goodies in here as well, especially this cabinet. All kinds of great stuff in here. Aluminum scrap, love it. All right. Let's take a look at the next one here. While we're down here, let's go ahead and kill a Lost 5. So, of course, we can only find a Lost down in the Skyline Valley region. Right here, Slumber Mill Motel. Not at the motel itself, but just across, we do have the Red Rocket. I'm pretty sure we can find 4 to 5 Lost in that general area. Right here at the trading post, which when you spawn in, you head down towards the west and basically down the hill. And there'll be 2 or 3 coming up the hill as you do that. It's a pretty good spot. And of course, anywhere around the Dark Hollow Manor, usually it's a pretty good spot there as well. So once you spawn in here on the outside, it only brings you to one spot in the front gates. Let's go ahead and go there today. Just going to go on the exterior. Of course, the interior is the vault. Alright, so it's going to bring you right here to this gate every time. Just lock and load, baby. Go after these Lost. Now, this is a highly volatile area. These Lost, you know, they know where you're at. Doesn't matter how sneaky you are, alright? And, of course, you have the lightning strike, so you gotta watch out for that. You guys are a little annoying. Then they all start running at you. It'd be a little overwhelming. Now, the main thing you gotta remember is the Lost. If you try to kill a feral Lost, it doesn't work. It's only going to be the engineers or the other type. But if you see the word feral, like when you have you know, VATS on them, it's not going to count, right? It's got to be everything else but a feral, I find, for these guys. Just a little tip there. Yeah, I don't think so, buds. There we go. Little lost, 5 for 5 done. Not too bad. This area's a little bit volatile and maybe a little overwhelming for folks who's never been down here before. Alright, what's next here? We got one left here. Let's head back to our camp. And we will talk about before we head out. Find lately my camp when I spawn in, I'm being attacked constantly, and on 2 fronts. I get attacked from down here, and I get attacked up on the hill, like 2 different type of enemies. It's totally bonkers. Yeah, it's quite something. All right, what's on the next here? Get this epic one here. I re-rolled 4. Kill a cryptid with a melee weapon 1. Right, so you got to make sure you use a melee weapon. Let's go ahead to our weapons workbench just so we can give you some examples. Right, so we have these blunt melee weapons here. Of course, we can add mods to them, which doesn't make them blunt anymore, right? All kinds of options here. You have edge melee weapons just kind of as is, right? Good stuff. Right now, I do have a weapon I have in my stash box. We are going to use this one here, the V63 whatchamacallit. All right, let's go ahead and put that bad boy on. There we go. And now we have our melee weapon. Kill a cryptid, so we can find cryptids all around the wasteland. I'm thinking of either grafted monsters, we have snallygasters, we have wendigos, okay, does the most sheep squatch, what have you, okay. We do have a grafted monster, hemlock holes, right down here at the Charleston train yard, in between the Charleston Capitol building and the Somerville Dam, and that kind of like that little black river he kind of pops out of, right? That's a pretty good spot. We have 2 snallygasters here in Charleston, which is, as far as snallygasters go, which are the easiest, I would say. We do have a 50% chance to get snallygasters up here at Kitty Corner Cabins. Oh, we're a little too far. Right up here at Toxic Larry's Meet and Go, we have the triplets, the 3 snallygasters up there. At least 6 snallygasters here at the flooded train yard. So let's just give you many great ideas there. Wendigo, of course, we have the Lewisburg. 25% chance to get a Wendigo here at 3 Ponds. And of course, we have good old Haven Church. And sometimes Freddy Fear's House of Scares, but I find lately for me, it's been more of a bloated, glowing one up there lately for me. But again, it's a 50% chance it's either or, right? You can always, try it a couple servers, but you're better off just go after what you know. Let's do something nice and easy. Let's go right down here in Charleston. We'll go after one of those snallygasters down here. And what I mean by Charleston, I know there's many icons for it, but it's the icon that says Charleston, all right? It only brings you to one spot, and it's right here. Let's go ahead and equip this bad boy. Now, it didn't really specify what type of melee weapon, whether it's sharp or it's blunt, it doesn't really matter, right? So what you can always do if you're a lower level, you can always shoot at the cryptid or whatever you're shooting at, right? When you have these particular daily challenges asking you to kill an enemy with a melee and you're not a melee person like myself, you can always shoot at it to bring its health down, all right? And then use your melee weapon, just kind of go at it. So just an FYI, you can always do it that way there. And of course, he knows where it's at. There we go. Kill a cryptid with a melee weapon just like that. Just don't forget your asbestos for this guy. There we go. And as you can see, these guys, in terms of snallygasters go, these guys are probably the easiest that you're going to come across there. There we go. I think we're done. Let's head over here for a second so we're kind of away from whatever's on that bridge. There we go. I think we're done. Let's take a look here. Jimmy? We are just like that. Another easy one here today. Many ways we can do these daily, weekly challenges. Many different ways. And even if you're a person that doesn't do daily, weekly challenges, like set out and go and do them, just playing the game. Just playing the game as you see, picking stuff up and eating stuff and killing enemies. You're doing daily weekly challenges. You know what I mean? Whether you mean to or not, all right? But it's all good fun. It's all good fun. We're rank 78 now. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. Pretty darn good there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Boogaloo Bronson, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, G33K. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.